Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a fun little bake with me. So this one doesn't technically involve any baking, but we're going to be baking a cake. And the kind of cake we're going to be baking, it's called an icebox cake. So I always made these growing up using the chocolate wafers that you get in the grocery store. So I'll put a little picture up in the corner of the screen. But that's the traditional way to make it. They're like these thin chocolate wafer cookies, and it's delicious. You just cover them in whipped cream, stick them in the fridge, and then you have the cake the next day. But during this holiday season, I started experimenting with different kinds of different cookies that you could use in the icebox cake, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. So the main thing I'm going to be using in this is going to be some of the spiced wafers. So this is the pack I have here. It is a 16-ounce pack. And there are a couple different brands that sell the same spiced wafers. This is just the one my grocery store had. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the different materials we need, or really ingredients we need, and the different measurements. And then I'm going to show you how I assemble and refrigerate mine. So let's get started. So first, starting out with the ingredients, I of course have my box of spiced wafers. This one is the twin pack, 16 ounces or 1 pound. Next up, I have some heavy whipping cream, and I have 1 pint of that, and we're just going to use the full pint. Some vanilla extract, and then this time I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to add a little bit of maple flavoring. So just like 1/4 of a teaspoon, barely anything. This part's completely optional. I just thought it would be a little bit fun for the holidays. And then lastly, we're going to need some confectioner sugar. So beyond the ingredients, we just need a few other things. So first thing I have here is just a dinner plate, and then I cut out a piece of parchment paper to fit on top. Then I just have some teaspoon and tablespoon measuring. And then lastly, I have my beater and bowl. So the trick here is you want to put them in the freezer about 10 minutes beforehand to help with making the whipped cream. So next I'm going to take those out and we're going to get started. Nice and ice cold. So first I'm going to pour in the full thing of the heavy cream. Next up I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Just going to do about 1/4 teaspoon of the maple flavoring. And now I'm going to add in 4 tablespoons of the confectioner sugar. Now I'm going to mix this on medium-high speed until it can form a peak without falling in on itself. So this consistency looks perfect. So now I'm going to move back over to where my plate and cookies are, and I'm going to start assembling. So for the assembly, I just use a spoon to scoop out and spread the whipped cream. And then the way I like to arrange them is basically 1 in the middle, and then I kind of make a little flower around the outside with 6 cookies. And then we're basically going to keep on stacking above that. So I start by putting a little bit of whipped cream, or not really a little bit, quite a bit of whipped cream on the top of each one of these cookies. Okay, so next up, I'm going to take another cookie, put it right in the center, press it down, and then what I like to do is instead of putting the outside ones right on top, I stagger them. Push them in a bit. And now I'm going to cover this whole layer in some more whipped cream. Now I'm going to continue doing the exact same thing again. So that one right there was my 5th layer, and I do usually only do 5 layers. There is plenty enough though for a 6th layer if you want to do it. But when I'm all done, what I do is I'm going to take this extra whipped cream and I'm going to cover the top, and then I'm going to make sure all the sides are covered as well. Okay, so when it's all done, it should just look like a pile of whipped cream basically. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go set this in the fridge. I usually do overnight, but basically you want to set it in the fridge for at least 12 hours just because these cookies are thicker than the regular icebox cookies. So in order for the whipped cream to really absorb, I feel like they need a little bit more time. So I'm going to set this in the fridge overnight, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I cut into it tomorrow morning. Just took my icebox cake out of the fridge and it's looking great. So now I'm going to cut into it and show you what it looks like inside. So I just took one slice out, and now you can see inside all the different layers of the cookies and whipped cream. I hope you enjoyed this video. The full recipe will be down below in the description box. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them down below. I'll see you next time.